Keene, if you're present, if you would please approach the podium. Mr. Keene, in the audience, the way this procedure works is that the county has what's called the burden of proof. They will have to present evidence, and perhaps it will consist of testimony or photographs or a combination of both. You'll be given a full opportunity when the county finishes presenting its evidence to present your side of the matter, and I'll render the decision at the end of it. So what we ask is that while the county is going forward, you may not necessarily agree with what they say. I understand that, and I will give you a full opportunity to present your side, and I'll consider that equally based on the evidence in the case. So try not to interrupt, because I kind of presume that you're not going to agree with everything that's said. Okay? Mr. Keene? Okay. County ready to proceed? It's first witness.
Officer DeShane.
Andre DeShane, Charlotte County Code Enforcement Officer, Charlotte County. This case was heard before the Special Magistrate on February 13, 2016 for no permit, and was adjudicated as in violation. On January 20th of 2015, permit for adding a shower and door after the fact was applied for, never issued, and permit application expired on July 19th, 2015 without any inspections. On August 15th, 2016, owner provided a notarized statement requesting permit be canceled as work will not be completed. Permit was canceled based on that notarized statement. Case was adjudicated that work was already completed and respondent found in violation. On August 17, 2016, another permit was issued for removal of shower and door, which expired on February 13, 2017 without inspections. Building Construction Services is not allowing the owner builder permit or renewals for this property as it is for sale. Yesterday, on April 4th, 2017, I spoke to Mr. Keene and Mrs. Helen Keene. They were advised that what needed to be done to stop further code action. They were advised to either renew the original permit and have the inspections completed. The owner also advised that because the property is for owner was also advised that because property is for sale, an owner builder permit cannot be issued or renewed. A licensed contractor would need to obtain or renew the permit. The owner advised me that all inspections were completed by inspectors. I asked him to provide copies of permits showing the inspectors' ID numbers or initials so we could verify. I was refused. That's my conclusion, my testimony.
Thank you. So his only alternative at this point is to get a contractor to pull the permit, get everything finalized?
As long as the property is for sale, yes, sir, that is correct.
Okay. Mr. Keene? This is your third affidavit of noncompliance. So tell me what's going on, please.
They've changed their mind every time I've talked to them. I've talked to somebody different every time. First, I had to have a permit for construction. Then they changed and said I needed a destruction permit. As far as I know, every time I've talked to them, I have had nothing but problems as far as I know. I've got the work done. The work has been done. It's 100% done. If I go to get a general contractor, they're not going to sign off on somebody else's work. That's obvious, you know. So it's all done. It's waiting. I can't get it inspected. Mm-hmm. It's a small little access door, 32-inch door, and it's original. It's put back to the original drywall. It's all stuccoed. It's perfect. Mm-hmm. I just need it.
And it's currently on the market?
Yes.
It seems to me if you pulled it off the market for a while, you could wrap this up and then put it back on the market.
But there's still, he said, there's going to be a year wait.
Well, you're going to have to get this cleared up, and it's, you know, I recognize the dilemma that you're in, but has anybody explained to him any alternatives that?
Just what was in my testimony, sir.
All right.
Those were the only two alternatives that he had.
And Mr. Keene, so that you understand, if you can analogize this to a traffic ticket, what we're really here about is a past violation, and what you do from this point forward is obviously up to you, and you'll have to comply with the codes, but this is for past violations. Tell me a little bit more about the problems you've had with being told about you need this permit, you need that.
Oh, it's terrible on there. It's I own both of the units on there. It's a non-bearing wall in between it. I can take out that wall on there, but being as I had an access door on there, they They were all up in arms about it as far as that on there. I've had 3 or 4 different people out there through the time frame on there, everybody with a different answer on there. This has been terrible as far as that on there. So I got no problem being compliant on there, but every time it's changed. And then it totally changed the permit that I needed on there. So which I had to go down to permitting, get that all changed. I mean, they issued me the permit to begin with, told me that's what I needed, and then switched that around. I've had one hassle more than another on there. Nobody wants to give a call back. Oh, I'll get back to you. I've got to talk to so-and-so. I've got to talk to so-and-so on there.
Any further response to Mr. Keene's testimony?
Nothing further.
Yeah, the work is 100% done. It's been done. It's just waiting.
Well, because this is a past violation, I really haven't heard any evidence, and I can appreciate that you're telling me that you've been bounced around with the information. I know sometimes that can be a confusing process.
Right.
I'm going to have to ask you, though, you're going to have to proceed and comply with this, but because it's a past violation, I'm going to affirm the affidavit as stated in the amount of $110. Now, you might, when you get a chance, speak to the code enforcement people while you're here today. If somebody can take a minute and step aside, and perhaps we get you on the right course and get this corrected, and we don't have to see you again.
So I got to go through, now I got to go, the work I did by myself, I have to go get a general contractor to
Yes, sir.
sign off on?
Well, take it up with these folks. There's somebody that can talk to them. Okay. Officer Duquesne, could you take a few minutes and, unless you have something next, and speak with Mr. Keene and see if we can get him on the straight and narrow here? Is that okay, Mr. Keene?
Not really, but I guess that's what I have to do.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you.